everybody, it's Lauren coming to you from the MLS Denim / Miss Lacey Studios YouTube channel. Today I am going to be working on distressing a pair of shorts from a pair of jeans that I was able to snag from the Goodwill a couple of days ago. I specifically wanted red because I do have some red boots that I want to put with it. And so for this part, if you want to distress your denim at home, all you will need, all I'm pretty much going to use is some tweezers and some sewing scissors. I use these two. I kind of go back and forth with them. But these are the ones that I'm just going to be using for these. I am going to do another video where I am going to be distressing a pair of jeans, where I will probably use more materials that I typically do use. But for these, I'm just going to use these materials right here. So what I did beforehand was I put on the shorts, and I wanted to see exactly how short I wanted them. So, you know, of course, I got my trusty chalk, and I went ahead and marked off where I wanted them, where I wanted to cut. So one thing I do want to say to you, if you are going to use the chalk, I would say mark off maybe an inch or so away from how short you really want them, because after you distress them, it's going to bring it up some. So where I marked off here, I am probably going to just add a little bit more. I know that's not an inch, but that's just about as much as I'm going to do for this pair. And also for my women who have been blessed with having a little more on the back end, if you get my drift, I would definitely say make sure on the other side that you mark it off a little bit lower, because your behind is going to raise the back up a little bit. So I don't know if you've ever seen girls where it's like it's lower in the front, it's higher in the back. That's why. They did not take into consideration, or maybe they did, but you know, take into consideration what's going on behind you, literally. So that you'll know kind of where to kind of mark off where you want your shorts to hit. So I'm just making mine actually where my distressing is going to start. That is actually where I am going to begin mine in the back, and then I'm going to actually add a little inch in the back. Now, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to, once I cut them, I'm going to try them on again just to make sure that I like where everything's hitting. But that's just kind of giving you a brief kind of overview of where I am going to begin making my shorts by cutting off these with the scissors. Just like that. And let's see here. There. Make sure. So we can just make sure that they're even. This isn't a guarantee that it's going to be even in the back, but it's just kind of you're making almost a guesstimate kind of where everything is going to hit. But then once you try them back on again, then you'll be able to mark it up and see exactly where everything is going to be. All right. Alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. Yeah, that should be good. All right, I'm going to use these. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So now that I have cut them, I'm going to try them on again, and then I am going to see whether or not I like where it's hitting, if I need to make any adjustments, or anything like that. So if you're following along and doing this as well, I suggest go ahead, try them back on, see if you like where it's hitting. Otherwise, if you don't, you know, make some more alterations or whatever if you need to. And then you can go ahead and continue on in the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these on. Okay, so because I want my shorts to look pretty distressed, like they've pretty much, you know, been through it all, the first one that I'm going to do is I am going to kind of just make little holes. So the reason why I do this is so that, I'll just show you here. So what you can do is just actually come here, take your finger, stick it under, just kind of put it up, and you just make a little hole. And so what this does is once you put your shorts or jeans or whatever in the washer, these little holes are gonna make like little, almost like little fuzzy, like distressed holes. And if you do enough of them, it almost kind of looks like, not that your jeans are almost like falling apart, but it's just a little added detail to just kind of go along with the whole distressed look. And I'm gonna do this on the front and the back as well. But just kind of be careful about your placement, because you don't, of course, want to draw, you know, attention to the crotch area, you know, unless you're into that. I don't judge. So what I'm going to do now is I want to make kind of like a distressed patch, like here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little frayed patch here. And because sometimes when you do this, this technique, sometimes the longer the patch is, the harder it is to actually pull the denim to get the technique. So I'm actually going to cut it in half first, and see what that does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, just kind of cut a hole. I'm just going to go straight across, like so. Then cut here, and go straight across. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my tweezers and I'm just going to begin pulling. And the other thing too, depending on the type of denim that you have, a lot of the issues that people I think have with denim, when they want to get the techniques that they're looking for, it all kind of depends on the grade of denim that you have. Like if you have an older pair of denim, of course it is definitely going to be easier for you to distress because the threads have already been worn down. They've already been softened a lot, so it's going to be easier. These jeans that I am working on right now, I believe, are a little bit older. They have been worn by, you know, whomever, you know, God bless them for giving these jeans up because I really needed them. But I think they've worn them for a while. They've been around for quite a long time. So it's been pretty easy to pull the threads through, but I have had issues with other pieces of denim that I've had where it was pretty difficult to pull the denim through, and I had to kind of come up with a plan B. So if you find yourself where you're literally having to pick and nothing is happening, you might want to do a different denim technique with that one. Maybe either doing maybe like sandpaper, or yeah, maybe sandpaper, like just kind of grinding it to give it more of a worn look. Or you might want to just do some bleaching. Bleaching is always a great way to get a distressed look as well, because like I said, with this you have to kind of work with softer denim threads because they just come out so much easier, like so. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this patch. So I'm gonna do this one and then I'm gonna do this part as well. And then I will come back to you. Okay, so now you can see kind of where I distressed it. I didn't do it all the way over. I wanted to kind of see what it looks like if I just kind of do pieces. And I actually didn't take some of the threads out because in the other ones that I've done, it actually looks pretty cool. Once you put it in the washing machine and stuff, how this looks. So I wanted to keep some of those. I just wanted to make it not look so uniform as well. So another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of fray the pockets a little bit, but just with the scissors, because I'm going to let the washing machine do most of the work for this part. So you just want to take your scissors, just kind of chip at it. You don't have to do it all the way over if you don't want to. I'm just kind of doing it a little bit here, a little bit there. Because depending on how this denim responds after it's washed, it's either going to be really, really distressed, or it's just going to be a, you know, little frays here and there or whatever. But, you know, of course, like I said, we won't really know until we're done. So, in fact, I'm just going to kind of, see how that looks. I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other pocket. I'm going to take a big chunk out of that one. Okay. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do as well, I kind of want to put a little dip here in the shorts. So I'm gonna kind of cut off a little piece there. Just kind of see how that looks. Let's see here. Let's go there. Kind of see what that looks like. Okay. And you can also use your fingers too, depending on how the denim responds. Like, I don't know if you can see here, I'm actually just pulling it, and it's actually giving me some really cool frayed edges. So that's another way that you can, you know, distress your jeans or shorts or whatnot. Just kind of just start pulling and just kind of pull until, you know, you're satisfied with it. Now, when you put stuff like this in the washing machine, these frays could stay on there or they could not. I have had projects where I put the jeans in the washing machine thinking it's gonna come out one way, and it literally comes out to me in pieces. One time I almost cried, literally. So, you know, just kind of be mindful of that. You want to distress, but you don't want to over distress, because you don't know how the denim is going to respond once you put it through, you know, like I said, the washing machine. So just be mindful of that. And I'm just gonna, let's do it here. I'm just kind of experimenting here. I just want to kind of see how this turns out. So there. And then I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to snag and pull this area as well with my tweezers. So as you can see, it's kind of starting to fray. Getting those really cool strings in here. And sometimes you're going to have to like really pull. That's what I had to do with some of these, because I did have some very stubborn threads that did not want to come out. So sometimes you might have to just dig in here, because some of them do not want to part with each other. So yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Also, another thing that I do too, another kind of thing that I do for my shorts too, is I will literally just cut strips. I'm actually going to do another one when I'm distressing another pair of jeans for YouTube, where I am literally just going to cut strips all the way up just to see how it goes. So I'm actually, and I'll just show y'all where I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut some strips here, and make sure if you do decide to cut the strips, do not make them too small, because once again, once you put them in the washer, I have had it to where I made little tiny strips and it's gonna come out all real cute and detailed, and when I pull it out, there's a big hole. Like literally the denim was like, not today, and it just, I literally picked it up in pieces. So just make sure your strips are at least thick enough. So I'm just gonna do one here, might do maybe a couple here. Okay. All right, and so that's pretty much all I'm gonna do all the way through here. Probably do some things on the back as well. Might cut a hole or something in a piece as well. That also can come out looking really, really cool, because it'll actually look frayed like this, but it'll be all the way around. So just kind of be careful about where you place that. If anything, I'll probably place it around here. I definitely want to place it here, because you know your drawers and stuff gonna be here. But somewhere probably here will probably be a really good area to do it. And I'm probably going to do this technique on this side too. So yeah, and then I'll probably do another one of these over here. I might do these a little bit more throughout. Might make a couple bigger holes or whatnot. But for the most part, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do this on the front as well as the back. And I will talk to you again probably when I do the back, because you just want to be careful when you're doing the back part of your jeans, because you want it to be distressed, but you don't want it to be distressed to the point where your underwear is showing. And if you're not into that, you know, you don't want your butt showing either. So I will talk to y'all once I finish this. All right. So you might actually hear my floor fan in the background. I apologize, but it is hot in here, And I cannot film a video if I am sweating. That's not cute. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get started on the back. So as you can see, this is kind of where I decided to just kind of distress the stuff on the front. Might come back and do some more things, but for the back, the great part about de-stressing the back of a pair of jeans is you can always de-stress the hockey puck out of the pockets if you want to. So that's where I'm going to kind of focus a lot of my distressing from. I'm definitely going to put some holes in there. Probably will do the patches. Might put a hole or something down here too. I'm definitely going to do the strips down here as well, but I'm not really gonna do anything in this area because you know that's where the buns go. So your safe area, as I call it, if you don't you know, want anything to show, I say it's pretty much outside of this area. So, you know, you might be able to do maybe a couple little mini holes, maybe here and there, you know, if you want. But everything else, if you do it outside of here, should be pretty much okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe do a couple little holes and do a couple here. Sporadic one. It's just a little tiny mini one. All right, that one's kind of big. All right, so I'm actually gonna leave that on there. I just want to kind of see how that looks. Chop it, and I'm actually gonna just take a piece out of that. I just took a chunk out of that. Just kind of want to see how that reacts to it. I'm going to, of course, spray that little area as well. Let's see what happens if I fold that. So I got 3 holes all together. So if you fold the material, I'm gonna do that again. So if you take the material and you fold it like so, take your scissors, cut out a chunk, and you can make 2 or 3 side by side. Just kind of cool, I think. Let's see there. And so I'm definitely gonna do some strips in the back. I always think the strips look really cool. In fact, I might actually do some circular strips. Just want to kind of see how that drapes. So let's do there, and then I'll do that. Yeah, so strip, there, stop. I want to kind of see how that goes. And then on this side, do a strip here, one there. Let me do a curve there. Definitely gonna do probably patch there, probably a hole there. I'll probably do. 'Cause, 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 this one all the way across. Let me do some strips too. What the heck? There. Okay. And I'll do a little dip here too. And just a little bit there. And also make sure you pay attention, you know, to the sides, because when people are kind of seeing you from the side, you kind of want to make sure that they do see, you know, some of the detailing that you're doing as well. So always make sure you kind of add a little something to the side too, so that people can get a different look of your fashions from each side. So it's like a 360 fashion thing going on here. You want something new. You want people to see something new from every angle. At least that's how I get down. So I'm gonna do that. And I will come back to you with the finished product. All right. Okay, so I am done with the back of my shorts. You probably saw in the video, I kind of went on the sides and kind of cut some pieces away and made the strips go to the sides. Hoping that that will actually look pretty cool once it's all done. I just did some slits over here, pulled some of the threads here. Of course, you see I did the holes and the phrase here, cut out some chunks here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this all looks once I take it out of the washing machine. All right. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.